Okay, a very pleasant day to everyone. Today, I'm going to take a topic on board connection. Board connection. In this board connection, under this board connection, I choose the eccentric loading condition. Eccentric loading, eccentric loading condition. What is mean by eccentric loading condition? Generally, the eccentric loading condition is subdivided into weld connection as well as bolt connection. The eccentric loading condition can occur on both weld and as well as the bolt connection. Okay. If the load doesn't act on the center of gravity of the bolt, it is called as eccentric connection. See, the definition for eccentric connection is definition for eccentric connection. Eccentric connection is the line of action of the load does not passes through the center of gravity of group of bolt connection. The line of action of load. Line of action of load doesn't passes through, does not pass through the CG, which is center of gravity of group of bolt. Okay, எல்லா போல்ட்லயும் பாஸ் ஆகாது. அந்த லோடிங் வந்து it should not splitter into all bolts. It should not act in the center of gravity of bolt connection like this. If this is connection, okay, we have central bolt, okay, but the loading can occur like this. The load can be displaced in this, so it cannot be act on the bolt. Okay va, இந்த center of gravity ல வந்து இந்த இடத்துல ஆக்ட் ஆகாது. center of gravity ல வந்து load வந்து ஆக்ட் ஆகாது. so கொஞ்சம் தூரம் தள்ளி தான் வந்து plate, அந்த இது பேர் வந்து bracket plate ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஓகேவா, this is called as the bracket plate. so load can apply on this plate. இந்த center of gravity ல வந்து ஆக்ட் ஆகாது. so கொஞ்சம் தூரம் தள்ளி இது அப்போ from the இந்த பிளேட்ல இருந்து இதுக்கு இருக்கிற distance, the distance between these is called E, which is called as the eccentricity. Eccentricity ன்னு சொல்றாங்க. ஓகேவா, the eccentric connection is categorized into two subdivision. First one, line of action of eccentric load is in the plane of group of bolt. In this first connection, the line of action of eccentric load is in the plane of group of bolt. Okay va, in this condition we know the number of bolt. Okay, example as same as I taking, we have 5 bolts, right? This is called as the bracket plate. The load is acting on this bracket plate, that it doesn't act on the center of gravity of the bolt. so this distance is represented as E, right? The force acting on is F1, as same as F1, and here also F1 and F1. Okay, in this is the radius. Center boltல இருந்து இந்த இடத்துல இருக்கிறது radius சொல்லுவாங்க. ஓகேவா? இப்போ இப்படி இருக்கு. We are having like this. Okay, this is the radius. Okay, how to calculate the radius? By using the right angle triangle or Pythagoras theorem method. Okay, we want this radius அப்படினா நமக்கு இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸும் this distance இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸும் தெரிஞ்சிச்சுனா we know the value of r. Okay. Then coming to second condition, line of action of eccentric load is in the plane perpendicular to the plane of group of bolts. Line of action of eccentric load is in perpendicular to the plane of group of bolt. Okay, for this we have connection like this. This is the bracket plate. Okay, this is the eccentric load E. P distance. For the previous subdivision, the connection is like this. Number of bolt from the center of gravity this is the bracket plate. This is the load acting. The E is calculated from the center of gravity, and here the E is calculated from here. Okay, the difference between these two is this. This is for first subdivision, which is I explained on previous slide. Okay, for this, the axial load is calculated by axial load is calculated, which is represented as P. We have to calculate the axial load by knowing its shear forces and the bearing capacity. We want to calculate the axial load. For the moment calculation, what is the formula to calculate distance? Here the load is P and the distance is E, the eccentric distance. Okay, and the formula to calculate the direct shear force in a bolt is given by direct shear force in a bolt is given as F1, which is equal to load divided by N, which is number of bolts. And another one, force in extreme another one is another formula, force in extreme bolts due to bending is given as F2, which is equal to PER, load into distance, into R, which is divided by sum of R square, total radius. Okay. Then the force, which is equal to final force F, which is equal to root of F1 square. The F1 square is calculated by using this formula plus F2 square using this formula plus 2 into F1 into F2 of cos theta. We know adjacent by hypotenuse. By knowing it, if we have already, I told, if we have both like this, this is the radius R, this is hypotenuse of, this is radius, right? This is adjacent, this is hypotenuse opposite. Okay. By knowing this, we have to substitute the adjacent and hypotenuse in this. Okay, let's move on to the sum. First sum in this. Yeah. Bracket plate bolted to a vertical column is loaded as shown in figure. If M20 bolt of grade 4.6 are used, we have to determine the maximum value of factored load P, which can be carried safely. This is the question. From this question, we have to calculate the maximum value of factored load. We have to determine the load P. We know the bolt diameter because M20 represents the diameter of the bolt and 4.6 grade is given. Okay, from this we have to find the maximum value of factored load. What is given? It is given, and the section is, okay, first we have to draw the figure because it is given that to a vertical column is loaded as shown in figure. So This is already given in a question. Okay. Here load acting as P and it is given E value and the E is given as 250. Okay, and the thickness of bracketed plate is 10 mm plate, and the section is given. This section is ISMC 300. ISMC 300. Then in this, the center to center distance of bolt is given as 60 mm. The center in this, the center to center distance of bolt is given as 60. Here also 60, right? Then the vertical, where it is 80, is also 80. Where E is the where 60 is the pitch of the bolt and 80 is the gauge distance. Okay, 80 is the gauge distance and center to center distance 60 on the pitch of the bolt. Okay, what is given in the question? It is given that the section is ISMC 300 and where M20 bolt is used with a grade of 4.6. So the diameter D is 20, where D naught is, by using the properties of bolt, we have to calculate the diameter of the hole of bolt. It is given as 22 mm and it is 20 mm. Okay, where Fu is equal to 410 Newton per mm square and FUB is 400 Newton per mm square. By using, we know that the section is ISMC. By using the steel table, we have to refer the steel table to know the thickness. So the thickness is given as T is equal to 7.6 mm. Refer the steel table and choose the thickness by using the section ISMC 300. Okay, this is the data given in the question. Okay. To find what we want to find, determine the maximum value of factored load. Okay, we want to find the maximum factored load. Okay, we want to find the maximum factored load. So, okay, let's we move on to the solution. Note it down. This is the lap joint. Okay, since this is a lap joint between the bracket plate of ISMC 300, the bolt are in a single shear. This is the lap joint which is between the slab joint is between the bracketed plate of what is the section ISMC 300. In this lap joint, we already know that if the lap joint has single shear, single plane of shear, single shear plane. So the value of Nn is 1 and the value of Ns is 0. Okay. Step 1. First step, we have to design the bolt under shear. Design of bolt in shear. Okay. We know the formula VDSB equal to VNSB divided by gamma MB. Okay. Where VNSB equal to FUB divided by root 3 NN ANB plus NS ASB. Okay. We know the value for FUB, which is 400 divided by root 3. NN value is 1. For this, we don't multiply by, we have no value of NN is 1. We don't multiply the total number of bolt in this. Okay, the total multiplication of total number of bolt is only for to calculate the efficiency, only to calculate the efficiency of joint. For this condition, in order to calculate the load for eccentric condition, we don't multiply the numbers of bolt. Okay, so take it Nn is equal to 1. Take it as it is. Okay, so don't multiply the total number of bolt in it. Where A and B, I'm multiplying directly, but the formula for A and B is 0.78 into 5 by 4 D square. D square is 20, the whole square. NSB is 0. It comes to 0. So I didn't involve in this step. Okay. So what is the answer? Which is 56.56 kilonewton. Right. But the formula is PNSB divided by gamma MP. So VNSB, which is equal to 56.56 divided by gamma MB is 1.25. So sorry, VDSB equal to 45.24 kilo. Remember that NN is equal to 1. At 1 mattumna podnom. We should not multiply this 1 with the number of bolt. And the number of bolt kuda na multiply pannapadadhu. This is done only for to calculate the efficiency of joint kandupidikka mattumna நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம். ஏனா நம்ம efficiency is calculated for each number of bolt க்கு நம்ம calculate பண்ணும்போது நம்ம வந்து number of bolt multiply பண்றோம். But here we have to calculate only the load acting on it. So don't multiply NN is equal to 1 into number of bolt multiply பண்ணாதீங்க, as it is kept as 1. Okay, next. Step 2. We have to calculate the bearing strength of bolt. Okay, we want to calculate the bearing strength of bolt. For this, we know the formula to calculate the bearing strength BD TB, which is equal to VNPB divided by gamma MB, where VNPB is equal to 2.5 into KB into D into T into FU, right? We have now we want to we know the value of D, which is 20, where T is 7.5 and FU is 410, right? 410, but we don't know the value of KB. So we want to calculate the value of calculation of KB. We want to calculate the value of KB, which is given by E divided by 3D naught, P divided by 3D naught minus 0.25, comma, FUB divided by FU, comma, 1.0. Okay. Substitute all the, what is the value of E? E is 80, right? What is the value of E? It is given as, see the diagram and tell what is the value of E. E is, what is the value of E? P is 80. We know the value of P, which is 80. And E is 50 minus 60, because okay, in we know the bolt center to center distance, right? In this is the bolt. For example, I'm seeing, see the diagram. You know this center to center distance, which is 60. This center to center distance is 60. Okay. The whole distance is 300, right? Whole distance. But from this, we know it is 150. We want to know this value. This is called as E. Okay. So we have to minus 50 from 150. 50 ல 150 minus பண்ணா, we get the value for E, which is equal to 90. Okay, full 300. Okay, full 300. ஏன்னா section வந்து 300 IS MC 300. So இதோட 300. Okay, பிரிச்சினா இது 150, இது 150. ஓகேவா, இது 150, இது 150 இருக்குமா? So 150 ல இருந்து நம்ம பண்ணா இந்த E கிடைக்குமா? end distance கிடைக்குமா? substitute பண்ணோம். Okay, substitute value 19 gets. Then go to next step. Okay, substitute these value here. அப்ப நம்மளுக்கு என்ன ஒரு 90 divided by 3 into D naught is, what is the value for D naught? 22. This is 80 divided by 3 into 22 minus 0.25. FUB is 400 divided by 410.0. Resolving this, we get 1.36, 0.96, 0.97. This 4, what is the least value? This is the least value. So the value of KB is, value of KB, which is equal to which is equal to 0.96. This is the value of KB. Substitute this value of KB in here. we get 2.5 into KB is 0.96 into D is 20, where T is thickness of bolt, which is taken from the steel table 7.6, and FU is 410 VNPB. So by solving this, we get 1 2.5 0.9 27.6410. We get the value 149.5 149.56 kilonewton. 14. Substitute this 149.56 kilonewton in this. What we get? 149.56 divided by 1.25. So the answer is 119.64 kilonewton. The value for VDPB is 119.64 kilonewton. Okay, let's move on next step. Okay, these are the conditions in order to know the shear capacity and bearing capacity of bolt. ஓகேவா? இப்போ நம்ம இந்த நம்ம பார்த்த சம்க்கு இதுக்கு என்ன டிஃபரெண்ட்னா, இது எல்லாமே நம்ம காமனா போட்டுருக்கோமா? எக்ஸ்ட்ரா என்ன கண்டுபிடிப்போம்னா, force in extreme bolt கண்டுபிடிப்போம். F1 and F2 and the resultant force acting on it. Okay, so we have to calculate because this is the eccentric connection having the bracketed plate. ஓகேவா? So force act ஆகுது கண்டுபிடிப்போம். Force in extreme bolt. ஒரு ஸ்டெப் வந்து ஆகும். So first என்ன கண்டுபிடிப்போம்? What is the formula to calculate the direct shear force? Direct shear force, which is represented as F1, which is equal to P divided by N, right? P, we don't know the value of P, so keep it as P, where N is the total number of bolt, which is 5. So solving, we get 0. Second one, force in extreme bolt. Bolts due to bending, which is represented as F2. The formula for F2 is PER divided by summation of R square. Okay, in this we don't know the value of P, where E is eccentricity. We want to calculate the value for R, right? Okay. See the diagram, it is clear that the center of gravity of bolt connection is only acting at central bolt la mattum dhaan act agudhu. Center of gravity வந்து from this so this is the center of gravity, which is acting only in the center of the bolt. Center of gravity of bolted connection is at the center of center bolt. Okay, so we know center to center distance வந்து this is also 80 and this is 60 and this to 60. This is R. Okay, first we want to calculate the value of R. So it is given that R is equal to we know R square is equal to Pythagoras theorem. R square is equal to 80 square divided by 60 square. Use Pythagoras theorem. 80 square plus 60 square. So R is equal to root of 80 square plus 60 square. Right. So the value of R is, by solving this, we get 100 mm. Okay, wow. This radius is only for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 bolt, not for a center bolt. Center bolt ku radius hai kadiyadu. So radius is only for 4 bolt. This is only for 4 bolt radius. R is only for 4 bolt. So for center bolt, R is 0. Okay. Then next step, what is the formula for F2? PER by summation of R square. Okay. We know the value of R is 100 mm. Okay. We want the whole summation of R. Summation of R square is calculated by, what is the summation of R square? How many bolt we have? 4 bolt, because center bolt la vandu namakku vandu radius kadiyadu. So the radius is only for bolt 4 bolt. So 4 into, what is the value of R? 100 square. Okay, keep it as same. Okay, then calculate F2 is equal to, we don't know the value of P, into, what is the value of eccentricity 2? It is given as 250 into, the radius is 100 divided by, what is the value of summation R square? 4 into 100 the whole square. By solving this, we get 0.625 of P. Okay. What is the resultant force? Formula to calculate the resultant force. Resultant force F, which is given by root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta, where cos theta is equal to, we know cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. In this, see the diagram. Cos theta is given as adjacent 60 and we know the hypotenuse is radius. We calculate the value for radius, which is 100. That where theta value is equal to 53.13. Substitute this value in the resultant force. So we get total F is equal to root of, what is the value of F1? 0.2 P the whole square. What is the value of F2? 0.625 P square plus 2 into F1 is 0.2 P and F2 is 0.65 P into cos. Okay, we get the value for cos theta, right? Okay, substitute this value in this. Okay, if this is cos theta னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. அப்போ என்ன வரும் இங்க 60 divided by 100 which is equal to 0.5. substitute this 0.6. Don't do this, okay? Substitute 0.6. The root is for odd. By solving this, we get 0.76199p. Okay. By equating the strength of bolt, what is the value of strength of bolt? We have to equate this with the strength of bolt. Slide. Equating it to the strength of bolts. So we get 0.76199p, which is equal to, what is the least value? 4.7. Among the strength of bolt, compare both shear and bearing capacity. Take the least value, which is 45.24. By solving this, we get 59.52 kilonewton. The value for load is 59.5 kilonewton. This is the load acting on the plate for a single plate. This is for single bracket plate. Total factor load on bracket is given by, therefore, on both the sides, total factor load on bracket plate is given by, it is given for both the plates. So 2 into P, load acting on it is 59.52, both the end. So total load is, this is the total load. That's all. In this sum, we want to determine the factor load acting on the bolt connection. So first we want to calculate what are all the strength involving in it, both shear and bearing capacity of bolt. Among this, we want to take the least value. I already told this is the lap joint connection. In this, there is only one shear plane occurs. So Nn is equal to 1. Don't multiply the value of Nn into total number of bolts. This condition is applied only to calculate the efficiency of joint. Efficiency of joint calculate பண்ணும்போது மட்டும்தான் அது வந்து கண்டிஷன் எடுத்துக்கும். இதுல வந்து நீங்க வந்து Nn is equal to 1 னே வச்சுக்கலாம். So Ns is equal to 0 ஆயிடுமா? Substitute this value in it and calculate the shear capacity and bearing capacity. இதுல என்னன்னா force in extreme bolt கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். F1 and the resultant forces acting on it. அவ்வளவுதான். P value கிடைக்கும். ஏன்னா வந்து ரெண்டு வந்து bracket plate இருக்கும். ஓகேவா? அப்போ லோட் வந்து ஈவனா வந்து நம்மளுக்கு கொடுக்கணும்ன்ற 2 into load கூட மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி டோட்டல் லோட் கண்டுபிடிச்சாங்க. That's all.